Good. I want to talk a little bit more about purposeful hand fighting and about mat position. Okay, these are the two things you should be really thinking about when you're on the mat. You want to bring the video a little closer actually, because I'm going to need the whole mat. Good. So that's good. So purposeful hand fighting. So I saw a lot of you were trying to get into a good position, but for no real purpose sometimes. You go out there and you try and hand fight, 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 and you wouldn't go anywhere. You wouldn't be advancing to anything necessarily. It's good to hand fight, but you have to have a reason behind it. What's your goal? What do you want to do? Okay? So I saw too much hand fighting without any good reason behind it. We always have to have two moves in our head at all times. So with those two moves in mind, what do we want our opponent to be doing? Okay? I'm going to give you a few options today because I found we didn't use them all. When we're fighting in general, we should all be pushing forward. Okay? We should win the fight with our legs. Okay, so when I'm in and I'm hand fighting, I want to be pushing him back. I don't want to be bull rushing him and taking my defense out. I still want to be strong defense, but I want to be pushing him back. So as I'm hand fighting, I'm working in. And as I do this, I'm going to get more momentum back from him. He's going to push back into me. And this gives me more opportunity to set up more moves. Okay, if he's pushing into me, I can use his momentum and get right underneath him. That's another option. If he's pushing into me, I can use one of the throws that uses momentum, like a shoulder throw. And he comes right over. Okay? Leg attacks are great when they're pushing into you, because they're pushing into you like a bull. All you have to do is get lower than them, and they basically come to you. You barely have to take much of a step. So, what you want to do is you want to get your partner pushing into you. You also want to win the battle with your legs. As you're doing all this, think about where you are on the mat. You always want to be in the center of the mat. This is really important, guys, okay? So even if I'm fighting here, I might not be at risk of going out of bounds, but I will be soon. So don't fight from here. Circle back to the middle, and now I fight again. Now I fight. Maybe if James comes back, I want the middle. Keep fighting for the center of the mat. We do not want to give up that 1 point for going out of bounds, but on top of that, we don't want to get into a bad position. If James is pushing real hard into me near the edge, I might stand up just to try not to go out, and he might take me out for 4 instead of 1 by going to my back. So really think about being in the center of the mat and hand fighting towards what you actually want. Okay? Create some pressure and don't get too tight. If we're just in here pushing, there's no open moves for us when we do get that pressure back. Make sure you have enough space for your head to get whatever you want. Okay, don't be touching. Just close enough.